What's happening, guys? Welcome back to my journey to the DLC playthrough. Now, we had just got over here to Weeping Peninsula, and we're going to pick up here. Now, we have fully knocked out Limgrave, aside from the Stormvale Castle in the underground region. The underground region, to my memory, is a pretty rough place. I mean, for where we're at. And it's not really hard in general, but there is a boss there that might give us some trouble.
Might I bend? My name is Irina. I've escaped from Castle Morn. To the south, the servants there have rebelled. I can't be sure what it is. My eyesight's been weak since birth, you see. But I swear I heard frightful howling from all over. My good father secreted me out the castle, but decided himself to stay. He says it's his duty. As commander.
Okay.
The servants are full of wrath. Filled with hatred for every one of us. They've since come for every one of the companions I escaped with. They haven't spared a soul. I fear it's no different at Castle Morn. Please, I implore you, would you mind taking a letter to my father? At the castle, my soul wishes that he escape. Even if his honor should be the price. Please. I just want him to be safe. Thank you, and please. Deliver it to my father.
So we're going to deliver that letter to her father. But yeah, just to recap, in case anyone's tuning in late, this isn't a walkthrough. It's not like you have to tune in for every episode. So I do just want to keep everybody, just caught up, in case you guys are tuning in for later episodes or whatnot. But yeah, we started off and knocked out the bottom, middle, and then the top of Limgrave, and we even did the hero's grave, French folk hero's grave down here. Now you have the underground region. This is what I was talking about. It's not like super hard, but I find it better to do that after the Ernia, because there's like one right here and one right here, which are like the beginning underground areas. Because you go to the underground multiple times from different entrances. It's not accessible from the starter ones. However, best level to go down there is probably around 60, I'd say, like right before Caelid's a good time. So I just want to explain why we missed that. But besides that, we got everything, night bosses included, everything you think of. So now we're going to work to Weeping Peninsula. And as far as the first three regions go, you could pretty much do that in any order you want to. It doesn't matter. I find it best to do Limgrave, Liurnia, and then Caelid. But if we wanted, we can go to Caelid right now. And Weeping Peninsula is just another part of Limgrave, just like the western part or the southern part. But I like to do Weeping Peninsula before I do Stormvale. That way, when we get to Stormvale, we can go to the next region and we know, hey, everything's done here. There's no need to come back, unless it's later on for different reasons, which I won't spoil for people that haven't played this game yet. Loving the sword so far, guys. Loving it. Now, this is the Flamberge. We didn't do Redmane Castle and Caelid, but we did go pick this up. I had upgrades for, enough upgrades to bring a basic weapon to +10, but I didn't have any weapons we liked. So I just did a quick run for this. Like I said, we didn't do the castle. We did a section of it, but when we go back to Caelid, we'll end up doing all of the castle again. So we're not going to, if you're tuning in late, you're not going to miss any content there. Tough guy, do we? Alright. Now, in our episode, Preparing for a Journey, I think it was episode 1, we just did a swift trip around all the first three regions just to get golden seeds and sacred tears and some upgrade mats. So we did come down here earlier. That's why that carriage over there is empty, but there's usually a weapon in there, which is the Morning Star, but we just happened to pick it up already. Did we get the loose loot? Okay. So moving on. We must already grab that after war too. Okay. I really like Weeping Peninsula. It's, more of the same as far as the way it looks. It looks a lot like Limgrave because it still is. But it's got its own flavor to it as well. Like the beach over here is a lot different. The coast. It's kind of like most of it, like when you get to the center, it's like in the crater of some mountains almost is the best way to describe it. It just drops down. The area looks and feels much different. you know, than Limgrave. I really like this region. The castle's really cool. I guess we can go and take the night bosses out first this time, because these you could easily forget about. This is a Knight's Cavalry. This one obviously has a different weapon. But the fight should go about the same. They like to hit you and run away like cowards. Come on, bitch. Oh, he still got me. Where's that bleed at? I do like that. Sometimes we get real lucky. We kind of tuck under his horse where he does, you know, he can't really get to us. Come here. God, he's such a coward, isn't he? Look at this. I have to chase him. He's on a horse. Thank you. Now you're dead. Oh, close to being dead. I apologize. Okay. Wonder if that's going to get us another level or not. 10,000. That's probably pretty close. Asking for a barricade shield. That's a pretty cool ability. It lets you pretty much like tank any attack. You just, the Asher Ward just braces your shield pretty much. But it could be useful. Yeah, and I want to get intelligence to 20. Now I'll probably put like 1 or 2 points into mind, and then from there, yeah, go to faith and bring that up to 20. Oh, we must have already done this when we did the tower earlier. Okay. As far as my stats go, it is intelligence faith build. I started out with Vagabond just because it had higher base stats, and I wouldn't have to build those up so much. I can get to like my cap I set for myself as far as health, which is 40. We stopped at 35 because, you know, faith intelligence were so low. We started at 9 and 9. So now we got intelligence to 16, you know, which is a start. We've already done that too, okay. But yeah, I'm trying to, you know, I started with that so I wouldn't have to spend so long doing endurance and health. But it came with less mana, and we also needed enough strength and dex for melee weapon requirements. I didn't want to waste time putting levels to that. So the stats I'm actually going for are kind of low. But, you know, your base stats are really important. You know, your stamina, your health, that's important stuff. Even faith and, or strength and dex. Because if you don't... I wanted to do this for elemental weapons, such as frost and fire swords and stuff like that. But if you don't have enough strength or dex, you won't be able to use them. So I got all that out of the way. Just doing a quick look. You know, our dex is at 18, strength is at 22. That should be enough for both the main weapons I'm going for. One's a weapon that does frostbite, magic and physical damage, and the other's a sword that does fire and physical damage and also heals you on kill. So right now all we need is faith, intelligence, some more mind, health, and endurance here and there. But so yeah, I'm gonna try to just work on faith and intelligence and get these much higher. As long as I'm hitting around 30 of each by the time we leave the Liurnia, we should be about on track. So the way I'm gonna do is just try to every now and then, you know, throw a point of health here and there while I'm focusing on my damage stats. I think that'd be the best way. Just, I only need a few more to health until about end game. I did hear the enemies in DLC hit really hard. So, you know, towards the end we might want to throw more in health. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to go over 50 though. Last time I beat the game I was at 45. Felt fairly comfortable. You know, like maybe I could use some more, but I still platinumed the game like that, so couldn't have been too bad, especially as a new player to Souls-likes. I never played Souls-like before Elden Ring. But yeah, I mean, if the DLC enemies hit hard, but we want to make sure we at least have like 60 faith and 60 intelligence in game, which I think we will. I'd be surprised if we didn't have 70, you know, 70, 75 of each. Because I was just going through, like I said earlier, I don't farm, I don't believe in doing that kind of stuff. And just going through the game last time, and not even doing as much as I'm doing now. Mainly hitting the areas, but not killing every single thing. I was almost to what was that, 170? Level 170 about? Yeah, it was really up there. Now that's with talismans too, but yeah. I should have been, yeah, you didn't count my talismans. I was at level 165, not include my talismans. So, you know, technically it's probably, with my talismans, I was probably close to level 200, you know, like 190. But that's not counted into your true stats, you know what I mean? You know, every time you get any stat, it also builds up your resistances. It don't matter if it's strength, faith, health. Health probably gives you more, but yeah, everything, just your base level, you know, just that going up gives you more resistances. So that's nice, and that'll help you over time, especially since my talisman makes us take 15% more damage, but it gives us 20 levels. You know, late game when I have enough levels, I might take it off. Probably some pretty cool stuff over there in the as far as, you know, in the DLC. So might want to rock some new talismans that are over there. Let's see how this weapon's doing with these critters. It's just a good weapon to buy me some time, really, more than anything else. Plus, it's always really good to have, I don't care how good of a somber weapon is, it's always really good, even if you will barely pull it out for, you know, like a basic weapon. To have a basic weapon upgraded is very important. To get run the same damage as a somber weapon, even if you never use it, because you might run into something where you could use a certain Ash of War or certain affinity like frost or fire to a certain, you know, boss to help you beat them. Like for instance, the Death Birds, they're weak to holy, right? But somber weapons can't change Ash of Wars or affinities. So if you have a basic weapon, you know, just in the back pocket there, you could, you know, switch your Ash of War to holy, and, you know, make it easy to kill that guy. So yeah, it's always good to have a basic weapon upgraded. Just, you know, in the back pocket, just in case you might need that. So this is going to be that weapon for me. I'm not going to use it the whole playthrough, but it's got good reach, good damage, has bleed, and I can change the affinity. So when I get to my main weapon, this won't even be a thought, but there might come a time where I'm like, oh man, I really could use a weapon with holy damage right now. You know, so I'll be able to switch to it. Having one weapon do fire and one do magic and frostbite's going to probably be a huge help, but still, it would be nice. I mean, maybe an enemy has a crazy health bar and I could use some bleed for a second. There's actually a few end-game bosses. They're really hard and they're really resistant to faith, which I'll be using, like to holy. So, but they'll be weak to bleed, you know, so I can use it for them. Still have all my fire, ash, and scales with faith, so, you know, I'll still be getting my faith scaling. But they won't be resistant. Even the one of the main weapons we're going for, Blasphemous Blade, it's a base weapon, but if you look at your stats, it's doing fire damage, not holy damage. So there is a difference, you know what I mean? Even though it's a faith weapon. There's multiple kinds of damage to do. You know, you got magic, fire, holy, what is it? So physical, magic, fire, lightning, holy. So that's all different kinds of damage you can do, you know what I mean? So just because something's a faith weapon doesn't mean it's automatically doing holy damage. Because after the capital bout, the back half of the game, a lot of enemies are resistant to holy, but I've done plenty of faith builds without ever using anything holy. But when you're fighting undead stuff, very useful. We need to start stockpiling stuff. We're so early on, but you know, as soon as we get to about all this, that's where I'm going to start focusing on it, because the DLC isn't that much further. You know what I mean? It's not that much further, so that's why I'm going to start making sure I'm buying up every stone sword key I can. We'll go around, probably the last day before the DLC comes out, probably go around and just pick up every crafting ingredient I can throughout different areas of the world, because they all have different stuff, you know. When we get over there, we're going to need to craft stuff. Make sure we have a bunch of cracked pots, stone sword keys, upgrade mats, bell bearings, so we can buy upgrade mats, all that stuff. We're going to need to make sure we are stocked up on everything. For one, we don't know what's over there yet, and we don't know how rare smithing stones are going to be, because they're going to expect you to probably already have beaten the game or close to it. So yeah, you just got to keep that in mind. You want to be prepared as possible. We got this clown again. Bring it, bro. Oh, he got me in the back. He likes fire. I dodged that, you know it. There we go. Now there ain't much over on that side of the map actually. So up here, like we already did the tower, and before we even went over to the catacombs, we did the crater pocket glade, and we did go around here. So there wasn't nothing else. And we went to that end, got the where are they, starlight shards. There's nothing else there. Then at the beginning, we did go to the beach, get the somber stones, and we could hit this just so it's clear, but there's like nothing there. There's like one rune 4 or something stupid. But just to make sure we got it all cleared, probably ain't the worst idea. Yeah, it's like right, yeah, where like the bushes are on the map. I think it's like all poison, isn't it? It looks like it. The water definitely look. Yep, I'd say it looks contaminated for sure. There should be something. Which one was it? Is it the middle one? Yeah, I can't believe I was actually right. I knew it was a gold rune. I just didn't know if it was a 2 or 4 or what. I was only guessing. I didn't play this game in a while, but like I said, it's my first Souls game. So when I first found Elden Ring, I shit you not, I probably played this game for 800 hours. I was amazed with it, and there's so much to learn. I didn't understand stats or the game or anything. So I played for hundreds of hours, before I even understood what truly was going on with scaling, how it all worked, how stats truly worked. Yeah, at first I didn't get it at all, y'all. I really didn't. But then I just loved it. Then, after hundreds of hours just to learn it, then you come back and you're like, okay, now I'm gonna restart it. Now I understand. You go through the game as usual, which takes like 100 hours. And then you start going, oh, I want to try different builds. And for me, respecking, it kind of ruins the experience because it's a role-playing game. So if I start a build, I take it all the way through. You know what I mean? I don't like to respec. I've tried it. I'll respec the build I'm on, maybe move my points around. Oh, maybe I went too high in faith. Let me get some more health. But no, I won't completely switch my build around. I've never. I don't know, it kind of ruins the experience for me. Everyone's different, but for me it did. I can't even see this guy. Ooh, that's how it happened to you. Deathbirds, are they immune to bleed? I mean, they're dead, right? I don't know. Never thought about that before. Sacrificial axe, that's gonna give us mana when we kill something, but that might actually almost be useful on this build of no mana, but we're about to work on that sooner than later. Is there anything down here? So there's a beach over here too. I don't think I ever went over here. Where are you? Come here. Come here. Little fucker. Pretty start from the far side, work our way back in. Yeah, that's the castle. Yeah, I've never went this way. I like to try to clear it from one side to the other, you know what I mean? Oh, I know I didn't miss nothing. Man. Where you at? Thank you. All that for a golden rune 1, guys. What the fuck? You can't say that was worth it. I mean, they add up. Hell, you can just find them all over the ground. Damn, already back up to 9 grand again. I guarantee you it takes more than that to get a level already. 95, yeah, we're just 300 short. Where was our intelligence? 16, was it? Yeah, I could technically start using, I could start using spells here. I mean, there's like 1 or 2 I could use right now, but I'm gonna wait till we get to 18. And that's why I'm going for 20 intelligence before anything else. So I can start using my staff. I'm gonna have to make a choice somewhere. Like I said, I did faith intelligence for the melee scaling weapons, but I'm gonna want to do some casting too. But I think I need to choose between whether it's gonna be faith casting or intelligence casting. Now there's a seal that scales with intelligence and faith, which could be nice. There's also a staff that I'm gonna get for a while. Well, we get both of them around the same time. There's a staff that scales with both as well. You know, so let me switch to daytime. They're all dead. But yeah, so I need to figure out if I want to use spells or incantations more. My main focus is my weapons and upgrade mats, you know, to fully upgrade a weapon. You only have so many chances until like the end of the game, so I'm gonna have to take that into consideration. Now we went up here earlier, but I didn't clear it. I just did a quick little run, so I didn't get to check around the walls, the castle walls, or really in the village that much. Just curious what's over here. Alright, don't look like we have anything on this side. That side looks empty too. Alright. I just like to make sure is all. And that's probably the best armor we have. God, we already got all those, but we got duplicates. We're gonna try to collect as much stuff as we can throughout this playthrough. That's the first time I've ever had a helmet and gauntlets on this early. Usually I always have to take them off. Well, because I'm wielding 2 weapons usually. That's what I'll be doing again in this playthrough, but not for a while. So give me plenty of time to get our endurance higher. Plus there's some talismans we can get that's going to boost our, you know, equip load. And I'm not getting many criticals, so let's switch this around a little bit. More health, more stamina, more equip load. Let's see, do I have enough to use 2 weapons? No, that'll put me in heavy. However, I bet you if I wanted to do that, I could just, yeah, see what I'm saying? It's either like 2 weapons or gear. Since I'm not really using this right now. And if you're a newer player, don't think too much about like, oh, I need armor, da da da. Like, it's more for looks, y'all. Just to be honest, it raises resistances, but I don't feel like it's enough to tell, like, you know, the physical damage negation, stuff like that. I don't know. I never noticed a difference. Now, I'm not going to do this drop. We'll work our way down that little valley a different way. Just want to make sure we're doing this. Clear this little village out. This weapon's technically upgraded more than my Somber. Oh, Somber has 10 tiers of upgrades. This has 25. But Somber is only at +4, which is 40%. And this is at +10 at 25. So, you know, that's probably a little bit higher, almost 50. Yeah, I guess maybe they are the same. So it's probably just depending on the weapon. Oh, the Asher Boar gave us like 150 to fire and 150 to physical, not including our scaling. So That's what it is. That's why those the affinities are so useful. 'Cause I could have kept it at regular, you know, where it just does the Ash of War standard, and I'd only be getting like 200. I got like 140 points more in damage just from putting on the fire damage. And then, like I said, it's got your scaling too. So we're getting 37 from the faith we have, and 32 from the dex we have. Because I think it's got a D in strength, so we're not getting much scaling from that. Okay, now we got everything out of this church. We grabbed that shield. We just need to check over this way, make sure, you know, there's nothing that I don't know about. Because usually, to be honest, I just run straight for the church, get the sacred tear, get the incantation, you know, get on my way. There's still probably quite a bit of exploring I've never done this game, which is going to get really crazy when we get to Altus because of the way it's set up. What the fuck? Yeah, the way Altus is set up, it's hard to explore and like keep track of where you've been. It's uphill, downhill, like Mount Gelmir, you know. We're going to have to be careful navigating that, making sure, you know, we're clearing everything. I'm pretty excited. We'll be in the Ernie a few more episodes, so we're making some distance. We'll definitely be ready for the DLC in time, for sure. I don't know if we'll be at the very end of the game, but level-wise, we should be there. As if we're not at the place we need to be, we could just fast travel to the, you know, the region where you access the DLC. Beat Moog. And that's how I want to do it anyways. I wanted to save like the last 3 regions, do the whole DLC, then come back with the stuff we got and use it here. I just think that would be a, you know, a whole lot of fun, honestly. Use our new armor and our new weapons over here. It'd be dope. Alright. 3 more to intelligence and we can move on temporarily. Alright, so I think we're good up here. That just leads us back. And we got that side of grace. I've never got that side of grace before. I never knew about it. I'm going to jump back over here to Castle Morn Rampart. We still got 30 minutes. Yeah, we probably wrap up Weeping in 2 episodes. And there's just not much here. There is, like in the middle, there's kind of a lot going on. But, like over here, it's, I don't know, uphill, downhill. But like this whole side of the map, if you look, 1, 2, there's only 2 things and it's all by each other, you know. All this was like empty besides a rune and a stone, you know what I mean? So, when you look at the map, all this is just nothing, you know what I mean? So we're taking our time, but it's just, I don't know, Weeping just doesn't take that long, I guess. I started getting worried I was just rushing through, but really not. I'm not trying to rush through this playthrough. You know, when I was going to do the walkthrough, that's how it is, because you know all the trophies and all the items you're going for. It's just like a checklist. With the playthrough, I could have, you know, some fun with it, just take my time and, you know what I mean, do some exploring. It'd be kind of cool to see what all I've missed, you know what I mean? Should probably be like the closest to 100% I'll ever do. Like a true 100%, getting every single item. And I hope we've been doing good with that so far. I need to get, yeah, we gotta get our faith up soon too. There's an incantation that will cleanse rot and cleanse poison. Now, rot's only a problem in certain regions and certain places of certain regions, but poison you run into quite a bit, and I don't want to have to craft boluses all the time. Is there anything up there? That might just be a shortcut back to the other side with the catacomb, but just in case. Yeah, that's all I'm seeing, just a shortcut. Okay. It's a pretty cool design though. The levels are coming slow and weak, and peninsula. Everything I kill is worth like 17 runes. I swear to God. It's wild. There we go, 65 big ones. Then we getting the big bucks now. A couple little things around. This is gonna be my first time doing a build without getting physical up. Like, no strength, no dex. That's kind of, I don't know. I hope it doesn't get to a point where it makes me choose between doing like intelligence dex or faith strength. And that could happen. I'm gonna fully attempt to do a faith intelligence build. I am. But late game, if the damage isn't there because we didn't put any physical, I might have to make a choice. You know what I mean? And the goal of this is just to get a strong build, starting from scratch, level 1, or whatever you start at, up to level 50, with fully upgraded weapons and stockpile materials for the DLC. And we're doing that, so if I change my build, it doesn't matter. But I hope I don't have to, you know? I hope I could pull this off. I've been thinking about doing this build for a long time, but I was never sure if I was good enough to pull it off, but we're about to find out. I'm hoping the just the elemental damage will be enough, you know what I mean? And maybe it will. You know, I might just have to switch up on different enemy types, but that's what I'm hoping for. Technically, I've never seen a build rocking the same two weapons I'm going for. Darkmoon Greatsword is the best intelligence weapon, and the Blasphemous Blade is the best faith. I've never seen a build using both. If they got the Blasphemous Blade, they did Strength Faith or Dex Faith, and you know, vice versa. If they got Darkmoon, they went pure intelligence, you know, get all the way up to 80 for great scaling, or they went like dex intelligence for physical, or strength intelligence. So I've never seen this, and that's probably why I thought it was so crazy that no one done it. I'm like, damn, let's see all these hybrid builds, why has no one done this? So I'm hoping it works out. So it's probably gonna be the strongest build I've ever heard of. Blasphemous Blade and Darkmoon on the same build, that's insane. It's gonna be a lot of fun too. I can't wait for newer players to see Darkmoon. They're gonna be like, what the fuck? It's so badass. And so is Blasphemous Blade. The thing's sick. But they're polar opposites of each other, like quite literally. One's ice, one's fire. You know, one's magic, one's faith. Before we go down into the valley, is there anything over here we missed? I mean, we did do the tower, and we did the village. I don't think so. Okay, I guess it's time to go on down. We got the cave and the ruins we could start with. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It just seems like there would be more here, you know? I guess there's not. Wait, no, that takes us up and across. We need to go down first, so. Okay, this gives us another staff, which is cool. Meteorite's still gonna get better scaling because S. I mean, maybe if we upgraded it enough, but I don't think I even have the stones to do that. Yeah, I was just running straight for that. Because that's, when we got boxed, that's what the bush looked like. It was like a brown bush. So when you see that, that's probably gonna be these guys, I would think. All this exploring, bro. I'm gonna have so many ruin fragments, it's gonna be wild. Like, how many stones should we craft right now? 20, that's it? Okay, it's still early on though. We'll have a bunch of those. I'm gonna stockpile on those. They're great for caves. And for drops. I'm pretty good about judging the distance of drops. No, that's the tunnel. We're gonna do the tunnel last. scream. You're dead before you're done screaming. You don't get to fight. It's crazy. Demi-human forest ruins. I almost wonder if I should put on, like, his intelligence is getting up there for now. Should I put on an Asherbor that's going to give me magic or frostbite, because they're scaled with intelligence and that's my highest stat right now. Maybe switch back to fire later on. I mean, this thing's getting crazy damage, you know, so that's not the issue, but I know I'm missing out on my, you know, my true scaling, what it could be. Might switch up to do magic. I mean, hell, it's not about the Ash of War for me, it's more about the affinity, because I hardly use Ashes of War. Unless I need to get creative or something. I don't really see the need for them too much. Now, when I get my two main weapons, I'll be using Ashes of War, because those are, like, outstanding. One Ash of War is going to heal you while doing massive ass damage. The other does ranged attack, throwing ice beams at people, you know, so... But even though, I still try not to spam stuff like that. It makes you get lazy. And you're not as good on your combat as you should be. At least for me, you know, I'm talking about my own situation. First time I played with Blasphemous Blade, I was spamming that Asher Warren, everything that gave me trouble. Oh, boss can't beat Blasphemous Blade. You know what I mean? Like, that thing solves every problem I ever had in the game. But I also noticed I wasn't getting good. Is his eyes glowing? Oh, that means he's worth more room. He will kill his own guys at least. Give him my wand. What's he worth? 5,000 rounds. Anytime you see him, enemy has gold eyes, it means they're going to be worth more runes for whatever reason. I don't know what triggers it, but when you see it on like a bigger enemy, it's just great. Because even on small enemies, the enemy will go from being worth around 60 runes to 600 or something. Like that guy's worth like 1,000 usually, and he just gives us 5,000. So I love when that happens to a bigger enemy. You know you're gonna boat those. Ooh. Hey, where's the headbutts, brother? Where's the headbutts? Oh yeah, we were to grab that tier. Okay. See if there's anything else over here. No, just death. From the looks of it, just death. Alright. Now there is a little cave tucked in over on this coast. Hey, we are making great progress, so I'm pretty excited about it. The game really opens up. I feel like it really opens up after Caelid. It's a lot better. I mean, I think it's great at the beginning, but yeah. After Caelid, you start hitting the undergrounds and going to Altas, yeah, the game really opens up. By then, you got fully upgraded weapons that are completely badass. Pretty much the best stuff in the game comes around that point. For every class. Really, really cool. And then the regions start getting bigger and cooler. Different enemy types. Just a lot of cool shit. Start fighting real dragons, because there's basic dragons, and then there's ancient dragons. Now, ancient dragons are real dragons. So if you newer players ain't seen one yet, you'll see the difference. They're cool as shit. Damn, I'm gonna have to rest to get this poison off me. Shit. How many are short? Think about popping a rune for those, but I could just save the runes. But although, if I did, I could use my magic. I don't have the most runes. How much are you worth? Yeah, I could just use like one of these, so. I think that's enough. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Might be a little short. Yeah. Like 500 short, so. I really shouldn't be doing this, but. Should just wait after I got done with this damn cave. I'm impatient. Yep, see now I meet the level requirements for that. So we're officially intelligence users now, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I did get my 4 slots, so. Oh yeah, I got Glintstone Shard, Carrion Slicer. What was that one called? Rock Sling. I could use 3 spells as of right now. Let's have some fun. Switch it up a bit. Oh, I already had it on. What? That's weird. I thought it would turn off when you rest. Guess not. That's cool. I mean, convenient more than anything else. Damn, can't keep the damn cigarette lit to save my life. Yeah, was that Great Glintstone Shard? And see, this staff you can't upgrade. Like, it does, I don't know, you can't upgrade it. I don't know why. It's the only weapon like that in the game. But it comes with S scaling. It just doesn't have as much damage as other staffs with S scaling once you upgrade them. Like, we'll get Renala's staff. It's like the best staff in the game. And it comes with, like, C scaling or B scaling. But when you upgrade it, it turns to S. And then it does way more damage than this ever could. But since this does start with S scaling, anytime we get a level to intelligence, we'll get more damage each level. Like, you know, better than other weapons that don't have S scaling for sure. 319. And I've noticed too, there's not many enemies that are like resistant to magic either. It's crazy. Not like they are with Faith. Like, everything's weak to magic. Besides like falling star beasts, because they're not weak to nothing. Oh yeah, there's that mana problem. That's gonna make me want to upgrade mine. Run out of mana. Probably need to switch some flask over to at least one more. So I don't have any more mana. Rock Sling's gonna use a bunch. Let's try a Carrion Slicer. Oh yeah, it's taking them down. Yep, now we're out. I guess magic doesn't do much for poise though, does it? Hey, that is cool though. Going from a wand in your hand and switching your shield real quick. That's gonna be cool going from a melee build to a magic build, whatever the hell I want. Actually pretty badass. I don't know why I haven't ever really played around with spells and stuff before, but I think I should have. Definitely seemed pretty cool. Yeah, then we got the tunnel, but yeah, it's just fast travel to the beginning. We'll come out there and good. Yeah, we're gonna have to come out here and then try to haul us over to the tunnel. We should have enough time to fit the tunnel in this episode. Let me make sure my damn thing's on. Okay, my mic's on. My mic got unplugged for a second. My bad. But yeah, should have enough time to fit this in, and then you know, next episode we'll be able to do probably the rest of Weeping. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to fit the rest in because Stormville's after that. That way we could, you know, keep the episodes together of what we're covering instead of trying to do one castle and then a small part of another one in the same episode. You don't want to put two castles in the same episode. And this one here just doesn't take that long. It's pretty crazy. It just doesn't take forever to do, but it does. There's a lot there, kind of. I always feel like that's gonna kill me one of these times. Gotta front flip off the edge, y'all. Gotta do it. I do want to switch these flasks around. I mean, I got plenty of heals. I've barely ran out of flask on any situation. 6 to have 2 mana would be worth it. Yeah, let's just see how weak everything is to magic. I'm telling you, I think everything's pretty weak to it. Just short of one-shotting them. Like, literally just short. Oh, no. Yeah. And this is that's what I'm saying. This weapon is plus 10. This staff is unupgraded, and it's almost doing the same damage. You know, that's what I'm saying. Enemies are just so weak to magic. But, you know, they're not weak to others. Or, you know, yeah, they're not weak to other stuff like that. 210, 242, yeah, just a 30 damage, that's it, that's insane. If you could smack these guys mid-air, it's so much fun. Well, we got Somber 2s in here, or, it's just more, or no, smithing ones. I meant smithing too, yeah, it's just regular smithing stones. We should probably have a healthy amount by the time we're through here. I mean, fuck, let's look at it now. 29. That's enough to upgrade 2 more weapons to plus 3. And then 5 2s, right? 4 3s, yeah. Before you know it, we'll have enough for a few you know, a few weapons to bring up. This one will be good for a while. Granted, it's not like a big halberd or something, so if I want to do that, you know, I'll need stones. Or let's say there's a shield I want to go for a staff that takes regular stones, and you save them for that. Then, yeah, late game after we reach level 150 and we turn in the bell bearings, I need to stock up on every stone we can for the DLC. I'm hoping we have the last bell bearing by then, but maybe not. We'd have to do Fair Missoula for that, and that's like after Fair Missoula is the end of the game, so probably won't. But there'll probably be a lot of late stones over there, I would think, since it's, you know, high level. But at least if we have a lot of the other ones, you know, it's less stuff we have to get. I wanted to go to the DLC and bring some stuff back to finish this game. Some playthroughs are probably wrapped together a little bit, you know. This is Journey to the DLC. This isn't going to be the complete playthrough. So we're going to do Journey to the DLC, go over there, then jump back to this, and finish it up. Probably have to change the title. I'll come up with something for it. Come here, you little bastard. I wish this sword swung overhead. What the hell? He got through the shield? Ah, bro. That worked out. Oh, what am I doing? I have a ranged option now. I ain't used to having one. Yeah, I was just curious. I had to do it. I was curious. We're using a fire weapon. I didn't know if those were explosive barrels or not, but guess so. That's the boss fight. I think there's something else over this way, I want to say. What was it? Straight? Oh, that was that stupid ass soft cotton. I guess we'll get it. I got right up to the doorway but didn't go in. Alright, boss time. This ain't even like a boss, it's just like an elite enemy, I guess you can call it. I guess. Don't hit that. I was about to say, he doesn't really hit hard, do much damage. Rusted anchor, strength hammer. So we have successfully cleared the bottom, or what, this whole area. It's pretty good. Jump up to the Church of Pilgrimage. Let's see here. I know I have, yeah, so I have a magic and ice, but so that can get me cold damage. It does have intelligence scaling. But this one can actually get magic, which has better intelligence scaling. Yeah, let's go with this one. Temporarily, yeah, just see how it does. That's, oh, I did have something in that. Alright. It's still getting 362. Which may be more than we were getting with fire. Because I do have 18 intelligence. It's got to be getting some scaling. And it's plus 10, which is going to make it get better scaling. I like when you switch to different things. So you can actually see the magic damage coming off the sword just like you do with the fire. It's pretty cool. Nice little effect. Too bad magic doesn't one-shot these guys like Holy does. That'd be really nice. But yeah. I'm gonna see if I have enough time. Where are we at? Okay, we have like 4 minutes, and there's a boss on top of this hill, and then I know there's a catacomb under it. So I'm gonna see if we can at least take out the boss. Now, anytime, not the first Erd tree, but anytime you see Erd trees, there's always a Erd tree avatar, besides like 2 Erd trees in the whole game that I could think of. One's in the capital, and it just has different types of enemies there. Oh no, and the one in Mount Galemere, Volcano Manor, it doesn't either, but it's got something much worse there. But yeah, most of 90% of them have Erdtree avatars, and every time you kill one, hell, really, every time you get to Erdtree, you find tiers for the Flask of Wondrous Physics. It's always worth doing these. Give you more options to put in your flask. Now, hopefully, this playthrough I remember to use it more. I hardly ever use it. Oops. Oh shit, we're having stamina there. No, you don't. He loves this move, and I hate it. God, some of these enemies reach just mind boggles me. Eesh. How's he not been staggered yet? It's wild. Yeah, at the end. Okay, buddy. Sit your ass down. He thought he was slick, didn't he? His ass thought he was slick. Opaline Bubble Tear, that's that dude right there. Crimson Burst, that's okay. Crimson Burst like steadily restores your health over time. So it's good like before, you know, a catacomb or cave or something you're working through. It'll keep, you know, giving you health over time. But it's really slow. But the Opaline Bubble Tear, that'll like fully negate the damage with one hit. You'd still take damage, but it's so small. Like what is it? So if a boss does like a special attack, they'll usually one-shot you. This thing will barely move your health. But it only lasts for that one hit. So it doesn't matter if it's like a light attack from one of these guys or, you know, like a world-ending hit. It's pretty cool. Very, very useful. Maybe there's nothing over here. I just wanted to check. I mean, we're about out of time, but still. Just a quick little run by. And I still have that catacomb, so I'm still gonna have to go back and, start from that church. But just want to check real quick. Yeah, that's like there's something down here. What are y'all doing? Just hanging out? That's cool. Oh, no, you don't. Don't run away. Fucking consumable. I should have figured that. Alright. So yeah, I'm gonna jump back up here, y'all. Oop. So now we just got the west side. Well, we got the catacombs like right here. The ruin, Everjail, and another little ruin, and a little cave. I mean, little caves. This stuff isn't going to take that long. So yeah, next episode we should be able to clear all this out with the catacomb and fit in the castle. Like, if not, I'd be surprised. But yeah, we should be good to do that, y'all. So we're going to wrap up here. So next episode we'll be finishing Weeping Peninsula, and we're going to close out here. So we will see y'all soon.